Welcome to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Tuesday, March 14th, and those of you who have left messages, I have received them. However, give me a couple of more days because there is some important astrology in the sky that we need to focus on here. I'll get to your questions in a couple of days. The aspect du jour is that Mars squares Neptune tonight at 7:38 p.m. Eastern Time. There's no other sign change. No, the moon's not moving. The moon is in Sagittarius, and we don't have any planet ingresses until, later in the week, on Thursday. But here's the deal. On our Level Up Sunday night, we had several people talk about feeling this tension through last weekend. So, look. Realistically, people are feeling this, no question. I only have a couple of astrology newsletter subscriptions, where you subscribe to somebody's website. And that's because I like to look at the chart with my own eyes. However, one of the ones that I've mentioned before, haven't for quite a while, but Jamie Partridge, astrologyking.com, had one pop up the other day. And here's what it said. I'd like to just read a couple of paragraphs from this. From March 14th to 17th, a triple conjunction of the Sun, Mercury, and Neptune is square Mars. Well, here we are today. This is extremely powerful and dangerous astrology with 6 challenging aspects. There is also a quarter moon directly opposite Mars. There is a strong emphasis on the red square aspect. It makes people energetic, fiery, and dynamic, with an increased readiness for action and motivation. And there is a lot of strength available for assertion and defense. But the square also generates conflict, friction, crisis, stress, and sometimes also a tendency to aggression. Remember what Ray said on Saturday. From March 14th to 17th, there is a high likelihood of lies, deception, fraud, arguments, and conflict. There could be murders, mass shootings, assassinations, poison attacks, ambushes, and false flag operations. Gee, Bray just said war. Mars aligns with a fixed star associated with violence, in particular male violence. This suggests an increased risk of domestic violence and rape. Mars is associated with war. Neptune is associated with religion and spirituality. So there is the danger of a violent escalation in the Arab-Israeli conflict, as well as other conflicts that involve religious intolerance. And the article goes on. You can find it on astrologyking.com. There were a couple of things in there where he was drilling down to what kind of specific energy it might involve. I don't know that there's going to be something like that. That gets more into the realm of prediction, which I've just learned. I like Stephen Forrest's areas. Don't try to predict the next eruption in the centuries-old Arab-Israeli conflict. But what he is saying is the tense energy is there that a lot of us have been feeling. But let's take another swing at Mercury's involvement here that we didn't mention yesterday, but is co-equally present and part of Mercury, and that is in your head, and not from a bad context. But remember, like he was saying, if these aggressions occur, it's what? What are you doing when you get to that point? You are in your head. You are angry. That's thoughts. You're not releasing to the no space. You are thinking. You are processing. You are rewinding that scene over and over that you're going to get revenge for. Or if it's snap anger, think of road rage. You're not meditative. You're not in a zen, calm state. You're saying that cut me off. That was my space in the pavement. Dang it, I'm going to get revenge. You probably don't say it quite like that, but you get the point. You're in your head. Mercury. So what's the solution to that? Go to the other side of the chart. And we talked about this the other day, last week, in fact, on this day, when Saturn moved into Pisces. And we were looking at the Piscean effect in the 11th and 12th houses at the moment it moved in there. And I was saying, look at the other side of the chart. Look to Virgo. Virgo is all about grounding, groundedness, earth over the emotions of Pisces and the air of Mercury. This is where you use the plurality of the chart to your advantage. So if you're feeling it, get grounded, ASAP. And I mean literally. And if you have snow on the ground, dig your cold little feet into that snow for a few minutes. Be like that hot cold thing, right? Then run into a hot shower. If you're in Florida, dig your toes into that sand somewhere. If you're in Southern California, go put them on a rock. I know somebody a couple of people actually, who went to the Joshua Tree area this weekend. Probably should have stayed. But think of that grounding. If you live in a big city, go find a park. Watch for dog poop, but get your feet into that soil. Nothing else changed in the chart. When I ticked it from yesterday to today, it was just dink. So everything else we talked about still at play. I still have this Pluto thing in the queue. I have your listener questions in the queue. Feel free to send more, and what we might do is a special episode to just catch up on them. We'll see. But right now, I just want to focus on this present energy because it is significant. The markets today, big CPI number coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, the sun conjoins Neptune. So this all starts to ball up together, just like we mentioned. So just stay the course on this energy. Go to Virgo. Go online and just search up everything you can find on Virgo. Or if you have the Astrology Bible from the course, from the 101 course, just go back and focus on Virgo and let that be your counterbalancing energy. Sending love. See you tomorrow.